Hey, teachers. I have a really easy assignment that you can use with your students to increase their AI literacy and decrease the amount of time that you spend dealing with AI cheating and having to investigate if something was incorrectly written with an AI model. The big picture of this activity is that we're going to show students how AI generated responses can sometimes be low quality and not match what we are looking for in the assignment. The goal is to show students that we want them to go beyond work that would score a C+ in my class. Let's jump into the specifics of how to do this. The first thing that I do is I take a copy of my assignment and I copy it into my preferred chatbot. This works for projects like essays, presentations, mathematical proofs, anything where I'm asking students to show their response in writing. Then I'll take the output of this chatbot and I will put it into the assignment packet that I give students for their project. I will typically include this as an exemplar that would score somewhere between a 70 to 80% based off of my own grading of what the AI gave me. I then ask students to read through the project carefully and then use the rubric to give feedback to the AI example that we looked at. We do a lot of annotating in my class, so I expect students to take the double-spaced output of the AI and annotate it in order to show how it can be improved or where it sounds awkward. By the end of 15 minutes, students should be able to eviscerate the writing by the machine, pointing out where it sounds awkward or where it lacks context or where it doesn't fit the actual requirements of the assignment. If you're really open to students using AI in your classroom, you can challenge them to go in and improve the prompt that you used to see if they could get an even better output. You might also want to pair this activity with the AI scale or AI rubric conversation, especially if it's early in the year. Check out my other video where I talk about how to implement an AI rubric in your classroom to reduce instances of cheating by communicating expectations clearly. And that's it. That's the entirety of the assignment. You just have students close read the output of the AI and point out where it could be improved and have an honest conversation about how AI will exist in this project. You can go even deeper here and put a exemplar student piece of writing there in order to show the contrast of how true good writing compares to something that is generic and immediately generated with little thought. Again, this is a great activity to invest time in early on in the year so you can make your standards and expectations for AI incredibly clear to students right off the bat and make sure there's no guesswork. It's also about letting them know when you want to hear their voice over the generic voice of a machine. The last thing I'll say is make sure your tone stays positive during these conversations. You never want to make it sound like you're threatening to students that you'll be able to tell if they use AI and threaten to catch them. Tell me how this goes in your classroom. I really want to know if the AI is producing something that is in the 70 to 80% range, and if you feel that this helps you dispel AI in your classroom and communicate clearly.